Hello, my name is Tula Tzoras, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm the CEO and founder of the Areti Goddess Events, and it was established to bring balance to the world, which is very much needed between the masculine and the feminine, and empower women. And especially this year in 2020, which is destined to be the rise of female leaders. And if you haven't been following, at the moment, the 2020 case studies are running for the rise of female leaders, and you can catch those on the website in news or in the blog, or subscribe and receive notifications as well. And if you do have an inspiring story to share that will inspire other amazing women to rise this year, then get in touch too. And the way that the company's established is to empower you, goddesses, because you're all a goddess in essence, through online courses which provide exercises to remove blocks and tips that you can put to practice in your own space and time, as well as coaching, etc. And during this time, which has been a very tough time for humanity, they've been reduced by 90% or more, and that's coming to an end, so check those out as well. But that is not the topic of what tonight is about, which is about how to create a brand new you. Now, a lot of us are tied into healing and changing who we are. This is not about changing who you are. In actual fact, being a goddess is accepting all of who you are and who you're not, loving the shadow and the light equally. The only things we want to change are disruptive, destructive patterns that may hold us back. Okay, so this is about reinvention. And when you think about it, reinvention is something that we're actually really, really familiar with. Because imagine, for instance, when we're faced with a immediate crisis, we go into automatic, and it's amazing what we can actually accomplish. And it's the same with artists. For instance, Madonna. Okay, Madonna was famous for reinventing herself. We watch films that are, perhaps dystopian, but they're films with concepts of situations of survival. And it's amazing the extraordinary courage and strength and power that the apparent average person comes up with in those situations. Even businesses reinvent themselves by perhaps rebranding. Okay, so we're all familiar with reinvention. And here is a major tip for you. We are all made up of a million parts, okay? So if you think about perhaps the part of you that is a parent, the part of you that may be a spouse, the part of you that may be a sibling, a brother or sister, a parent, the part of you that goes to work, the part of you that is at home, the part of you that watches Netflix, the part of you that's really sporty and active, the part of you that is perhaps has an addiction, the part of you that is successful, the part of you that's not successful. Every situation we have in our life is a part of us. So in actual fact, while we stand as a whole, there are a million pieces of us, a million parts of us. And parts work is something we do when we do have a part, say, for instance, that is our addictive self. And that is a part that is destructive to us. And we do parts work to heal that part. And just as equally, we can create a part of us that is brand new. And that is actually our own creation. So we can get crazy with this, okay? It's a license to become fully creative and create exactly what we want. So what does that take? What that actually takes is a change of focus, which if you've been watching other videos on this channel, it's always about bringing our focus to what we want, what we can create, what is actually possible, rather than what is happening, which is all the darkness and the disease and the loss in the world today. Our landscape has actually changed. So we are in a new era. We're at the dawn of this new era. What is called of us is to bring forth our power of reinvention in actual fact. So firstly, to do that, what we need to do is perhaps release our resistance to change. Now, there is a video on this channel, The Power to Adapt to Radical Change. I recommend you watch that. Once you let go of any subconscious blocks you have, you can start to ask yourself questions of, what if this could happen for me? What if I can become this? Or what would it be like if I was, for instance, wealthy? What it would be like, for instance, if I was hugely successful? What it would be like if I was doing what I really love to do and living my purpose and passion? We are called to create a brand new part that we can call on. Now, here is the magic of doing that. When we start to reflect on what if, on creating the person that we would love to be, we start to create brand new neural pathways. The beauty of this is our brain actually doesn't know the difference between what has been and what we're creating. So as we create new neural pathways, we're creating a brand new reality. Now, what I'm going to do is actually share with you how you can do this really easily every single day to anchor those new neural pathways. All it is a change in focus. So whatever your situation is, all you need to do is find a few minutes in the morning and a few minutes at night. Get into a meditative state and work with your subconscious. Bring yourself to that kind of level, and then begin to go into visualizing exactly what you would like your life to be, how you would like to be. Perhaps you'd like to be full of energy, health, and vitality. What does that look like for you? What does that feel like for you? Where do you live? What are you surrounded by? What is your life like? Who are you surrounded by? All the loving people, the loving relationships you can bring into your life. All the people who will appreciate what you have to offer and serve to the world. So you go into this beautiful visualization, and whilst you can do this for a few minutes, trust me, it is so enjoyable that you might actually find yourself in that creative state for an hour at a time. Because what happens is you go in and you visualize it, but then you start to bring in all your other senses. So you start to taste it. You start to experience the sense, the feeling, the touch, what it feels like internally. And then you go one further and you experience the joy, the actual joy of your creation, of the brand new you, and the gratitude you feel for this amazing brand new you that you have created yourself. At the end of the day, you go into that beautiful meditative state once again, and you do you reflect and an accounting of the day. What did you actually put into practice today toward that brand new you? What did you accomplish and what did you not accomplish? And you do this without judgment. You do it with gratitude to yourself. And that is the way you go to sleep. And of course, the way that you go to sleep is the way that you wake up the next morning as well. Now, here is the thing. What we do right now is we usually wake up worried about things, worried about ourselves, worried about the current world situation, worried about our past. And in that way, what we create is our future. So the way that we do it at the moment is by creating the past into the future. This is a chance and an ability that you have to create a brand new future you. So if you need help with this, by all means, get in touch. But I tell you that this will be an amazing, amazing tool for you and the best way to create a brand new you without going to all the trouble of healing. Okay, it's always great to remove blocks, for instance, our resistance to change. Why are we resistant to change? We're resistant to change because we're comfortable with what we know. You know that saying, better the devil you know. That's what we're most resistant to. So once we clear that block, we can create absolutely anything. And I can attest to that. You can manifest a brand new you, goddess. So go ahead and do it. A few moments in the morning, a few moments at night, and that's all you need to do, because the more often you do it, the more your mind and your brain will accept it as the reality. So before you know it, your internal world will start to reflect in your external world. And that's all you need to do. And then take little steps every single day towards your new reality, however you'd like to express that, whether it's a new, vibrant, healthy, dynamic new you, whether it's an authentic, confident, sexy goddess, or whether it's you as an incredibly powerful, successful entrepreneur doing what you love, which, by the way, is the best gift you can give yourself. So now that I've shared that with you, you can make a decision to change your focus, change your mind, remove the emotion out of it, and go ahead and build the brand new you. The danger in trying to create something new out of the old is the fear that is attached to going back to the old. This is the gift and the beauty of creating something brand new. Something brand new doesn't have a past. So there's no fear, there's no danger. It is something absolutely brand new. So I hope that empowers you today. And once again, I've pulled out a goddess card for us for this week. And once again, completely on topic, goddess. So I'm going to go ahead and share it and read it with you. Here is the image. Isn't she beautiful? And wait till I tell you who I've pulled out again, because the name has definite connotations here, but just bear with me. I'll read this and you'll see how appropriate this card is for us again this week. This is the goddess Lilith. Lilith is a Middle Eastern goddess of abundance and fertility, the giver of agriculture to humans. The first woman created and the first wife of Adam. She refused to be subordinate to Adam in any way. Lilith is associated with the owl, a figure of darkness and deep wisdom, for she is also a goddess of death and transformation. And on that, every ruin is a path to transformation. It's exactly what's happening in the world today. She is sometimes represented as a demonic figure, for her dark wisdom and her sexual energy can be very threatening. She's known to appear as a frightening figure in dreams. Lilith is associated with the lotus flower, and the symbolism of that flower tells us much about her. The lotus, an exquisite flower that grows out of the dark, rank, decaying earth, represents spiritual unfolding and the blossoming of the heart of wisdom. Like the lotus, Lilith challenges us to look upon our dark side, and this could be the darkness in the world today and what's happening, and incorporate it into our wholeness so that our great beauty can blossom forth. And of course, this relates also to us embracing our light and our shadow alike. So it's a beautiful card for us this week, Goddesses. And with that, I will end the session now, this video, and I wish you amazing success creating a brand new you for this brand new era. Bye for now.